Rebuttal by Torgbui Akwaah III, Dutor of Alakple. Response to Torgbui Amezegu II's press statement, released on Monday, 10th April 2023, against Torgbui Akwaah III, Dutor of Alakple. Background. Somewhere last year, our attention was drawn to a document dated on 10th April 2023 and signed by some members of the Ahafia and allied families of Alakple. This was after their failed press conference where they made unfounded allegations about Torgbui Akwaah royal stool and Alakple clan and the Akwaah royal stool of Alakple, and at the end claimed to have suspended the use of the name Torgbui Akwaah III, Dutor of Alakple, in any public announcements in Alakple. This is highly ridiculous. Upon all the problems and difficulties facing the good people of Alakple, all that Torgbui Amezegu II and his co-hosts think about is how to have only their names mentioned in funeral announcements in Alakple. The Torgbui Akwaah royal family and Alakple clan of Afute, however, is not in conflict with the entire Ame clan members of Anglo State and Alakple, but only in conflict with the Ame clan Ahafia family and those others whose ancestors were bathed with Agbamechilele to integrate them into the Ame clan. We also recognize the Jewu and his true descendants, Bolo and his descendants, such as Doje Avuji, as the true Ame clan members accepted by our Alakple clan ancestors here in Alakple. In response to the press statement of Torgbui Amezegu II, released of 10th April 2023 against Torgbui Akwaah III, Dutor of Alakple, the kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah royal stool of Alakple write to state as follows. Alakple settlement was founded by the Alakple clan ancestor Chachu Ajayi and his followers, namely Akoli Akaga, Avanyedo, and Torgbui Akwaah I, also known as Dutor Akoli, who were Alakple clan elders. 2. The settlement of Alakple was an uninhabited area of land founded and occupied by the Alakple clan elders together with their wives and children. 3. The settlement of Alakple was first named Afukoji or Afu settlement, which was renamed Homer settlement after and in honor of the Hochitogan Genwo, and then later changed to Alakple due to some strange happenings or experiences at Homer settlement at the time. 4. Amehlon or Ame clan, also known as Amemamaupehlon or clan, was a new clan that the Alakple clan elders Chachu Ajayi, Akoli Akagan, Avanyedo, Torgbui Akwaah I, also known as Dutor Akoli, created for. Odona, a group they captured and identified as Alajejiji Plalau, who were caught for stealing the farm crops of these Alakple clan elders here at the Homer settlement. This group, identified as Alajejiji Plalau, because became captives in the custody of these Alakple clan elders for days, and they were fed with uncooked or raw cassava, after which the captives were shared Umana, the Alakple clan, Bate clan, and Chama clan members to serve these clans as captives, and hence these captives became amemamao hlon, corrupted as ame hlon. This is the genesis of Ame clan. 5. It is as a result of this incident of stealing and Alakple that gave birth to the name Alakple. And from that time, the Homer settlement was tagged with this nickname. And hence, the Homer settlement was later changed to Alakple, corrupted as Alakple. Whenever people from Homer settlement were seen at other nearby villages, a question is asked that who are those strangers coming to our village? The response to this question is we are from Homer settlement, where captives were caught wearing a mask, or where Elijah and Amamamao were caught for stealing farm crops belonging to the Lompe clan elders. These Lompe clan elders were the descendants of Duto Torgbui Akwaah the first, the Fiagan, king of Everlove at Ngoche in Togo, and now Fiagan and king, overlord and Duto of Anglo Kingdom or state. 6. Before the reign of the Awamafia Torgbui Ndichi, the fifth Awamafia of Anglo, there were only 2 royal stools that existed in the whole Anglo Kingdom or state. Firstly, the Duto Torgbui Akwaah royal stool of Anglo Kingdom or state, brought from Ngoche and Dogbo. And secondly, the Awamaji or Fiasrin royal stool from Ngoche and Tando. However, the Duto of Anglo Kingdom or state, Akwaah stool became vacant without occupants. And therefore, during the reign of the Awamafia Torgbui Ndichi, the Awamafia became the only chief in the 36 states of the whole Anglo Kingdom or state. There was limitation on creating a stool or avadeji and becoming a fia or chief at the villages and towns within the 36 states of the Anglo Kingdom or state at the time. 7. Torgbui Akwaah royal stool of Alakple was created or founded during the end of the reign of the Awamafia Torgbui Ndichi. Torgbui Akwaah royal stool of Alakple then became the 3rd royal stool and avadeji in existence, with reference to the 36 states of the whole of the Anglo Kingdom or state at the time, or during the end of the reign of the Awamafia Torgbui Ndichi. Also, when talking about the avadeji that were created or founded on the soils of Anglo land, on arrival at Anglo land, the Torgbui Akwaah royal stool of Alakple was the first royal stool or avadeji that was created or founded, as he, Torgbui Akwaah, broke the limitation or barrier placed on creating a stool or avadeji and becoming a fia or chief, to add to the 2 existing royal stools of Duto Akwaah brought from Ngoche and Dogbo, and the Awamaji Fiasrin royal stool from Ngoche and Tando. Torgbui Akwaah the first, Duto of Alakple, therefore became the only and the first ever chief or fia of Alakple installed in Alakple during his time before he joined his ancestors. He was known in private life as Duto Akoli, Duto of Alakple. What is more, Torgbui Akwaah stool was the first royal stool or avadeji created or founded in Alakple, and hence Torgbui Akwaah the first, Duto of Alakple, was the only fia or chief of Alakple during his time. 9. There are 5 avadeji or royal stools and their occupants or chiefs fia in the history of Alakple in this chronological order created, namely: first, Torgbui Akwaah stool of 1772, Torgbui Sorokpo stool 1844, Third, Torgbui Akwaah stool, also founded after Torgbui Sorokpo stool in 1844. Fourth, Torgbui Akwaah stool, 1866. And 5, Torgbui Akwaah stool, 1885. The stools or avadeji of Torgbui Sorokpo, Torgbui Akwaah, Torgbui Akwaah, and Torgbui Akwaah were created and founded after the death of Torgbui Akwaah I, the chief of Alakple and Dutor of Alakple for that matter. 10. The Ahafia and Ahafia family of Ame clan of Alakple had no chieftaincy title in the ancient days, but instead they had Avanyevi deity fetish priest title, and hence Ahafia aka Jigidi, Aje Agawu, Aholu, Amezagu, Torgbui Akwaah, Abujega during their time were Avanyevi deity fetish priests. 11. After the death of Torgbui Akwaah I, Dutor of Alakple, and the only chief of Alakple at the time, the Akwaah stool became vacant for many years without successor. It was during this period of no successor to Torgbui Akwaah stool that the Ame clan ancestors smuggled their Avanyevi deity fetish priest title, at the time by name Akwaah and then Abujega respectively, in concealment into chieftaincy activities in Alakple. 12. The claim of the Ame clan Ahafia family that the Ahafia, Akwaah, Abujega, Amezagu had a chieftaincy title or avadeji in Alakple is a misconception, untrue, but a concealment of Avanyevi deity or fetish priest title. The installation of the Ame clan chief of Fia from the time of Torgbui Akwaah I to Torgbui Amezagu II is always a sham and concealment of truth. Where does the Ame clan Ahafia family always borrow or hire the Ahoji of Kluche-Shipa, Klevi clan from Agboma in Alakple as camouflage device and a concealment during installation of their Ame clan chief on Avanyevi deity? Ame clan Ahafia family enthrones their fear on Avanyevi deity, whilst Torgbui Akwaah, Torgbui Sorokpo, Torgbui Akwaah, Torgbui Akwaah, Torgbui Akwaah are properly and duly installed chiefs of Fia on Avadeji or Kanleji royal divine throne meant for chieftaincy or Fiaruru purposes in Anglo State. 13. In September 2016, during the installation of Torgbui Amezagu II of Alakple, the Ame clan Ahafia family, led by Mr. Francis Koshi Fiakonu, borrowed or hired the Ahoji of Kluche-Shipa, Klevi clan from Agboma in Alakple as a camouflage device to conceal their nominal non-existence Fiaruru stool, a stool which does not physically exist. On the day of the installation of Torgbui Amezagu II, he had not undergone a mixed ritualistic bathing because he had no stool to enable this process to be carried out. This is significant process of a mixed ritualistic water bathing of the stool or avadeji, and subsequently use the same mixed ritualistic water used for bathing the stool stored in a bowl to bath the chief elect undergoing the initiation or installation rituals to qualify him as a chief of Fia, was not performed for Torgbui Amezagu II for the obvious reason the Ame clan Ahafia family always conceal. 14. The inability to find a successor to the Torgbui Akwaah royal stool or avadeji, which was vacant for more than 100 years, until in 1911 that a successor was installed as Torgbui Akwaah II had led to the Ame clan Ahafia family members enthroned on Abanyevi deity, taking advantage of the absence of Torgbui Akwaah II, and therefore are using titles of Dufia of Alakple. Meanwhile, Ame clan Ahafia family had no Abadeji in Alakple to warrant them a chieftaincy title and Fiaruru in Alakple for that matter. The distinction here is that Abadeji deity carries on it a title of The distinction here is that Abanyevi deity carries on it a title of Abanyevi fetish priest, whilst the Abadeji or Kalenji carries or warrants a chieftaincy title of Fiaruru. 15. Torgbui Amezegu II and Ame clan Ahafia family had no parcel of land in Alakple to boast of. Even while we are doing this press conference, this is the palace or the fiasan or the compound of Torgbui Akwaah II, the Torgbui Akwaah I, the Tor of Alakple. The whole of this area is the palace of Torgbui Akwaah I. No family, the Ame clan had no family cemetery and last ownership of land in Alakple. 16. At the concluding notes, XV, page, item 5 of the press statement released by Torgbui Amezegu II on Monday, 10th April 2023, states as follows. We hereby commit ourselves to initiating processes to have Torgbui Akwaah II removed from Alakple and Anglo land entirely. This was said by Torgbui Amezegu II during his press statement of 10th April 2023 last year. We, the kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah II, the Tor of Alakple, clearly got the interpretation of Torgbui Amezegu II declaration statement, which means that Torgbui Amezegu II, his Ame clan, Ahafia family, and the Ame clan in general are making all attempts and are in the process to steal the Abadeji and the symbol of authority and power of Torgbui Akwaah, the Tor of Alakple. Because Torgbui Akwaah II is a threat to Torgbui Amezegu II and the Ame clan Ahafia family of Alakple, we, the kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah II, the Tor of Alakple, hereby decree and declare that should Torgbui Akwaah II be stolen, removed from Alakple, as written by Torgbui Amezegu II, or should anything negative happen to its existence, we do not need any prima facie evidence before we can hold you, Torgbui Amezegu II, the Ame clan Ahafia family, Mr. Francis Koshi Fiaponu, Dr. Louis Do Achatom, Mr. Augustine Kofi Kurese, Commander Chidi Doblo, retired, and your known agents responsible. 17. Again, Torgbui Amezegu II declared that he has suspended the use of the name Torgbui Akwaah III in any public announcement in Alakple, adding that there should be grave consequences for offenders. Torgbui Amezegu II further stated that he has suspended or hung on a tree the Abadeji or Kalenji and symbol of authority and power of Torgbui Akwaah, the Tor of Alakple, in both Alakple and Anglo states. This is our response to this disimperator Torgbui Amezegu II. Disimperator means powerless, Torgbui Amezegu II. The kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah II, the Tor of Alakple, hereby want to respond to it as follows. A. That Torgbui Amezegu II is therefore funny, as one of the Anglo songwriter puts it. Fiamadava Kpowe do fenam. Fiamadava Kpowe nye Torgbui Amezegu II. Obo yo yoko Torgbui Akwaah pe jiko kwochi. Maya banye vije lo. B. That Torgbui Amezegu II And his ignorant statement, which we have reproduced in item 17 above, has no legal support and effect on Torgbui Akwaah III and his Avadeji or stool, because Torgbui Amezegu II has no jurisdictional powers over Torgbui Akwaah's stool. Every reasonable and knowledgeable people of Anglo State knows that Torgbui Amezegu II has shown the highest degree of ignorance and therefore lacks knowledge in Anglo chieftaincy practices and jurisdictional powers of Fia or chief in Anglo. Indeed, it is clear that Torgbui Amezegu II has offered his ignorance for sale in the public market. He has no elder in his council to guide or advise him on chieftaincy related matters. See that by law and therefore by the customary requirements of Anglo State chieftaincy practices, Torgbui Amezegu II has no power or delegated authority and right to say that he has suspended or banned the Avadeji of Torgbui Akwaah or its occupant Torgbui Akwaah III in any public announcement in Alakple. We therefore made all his pronouncements and statements null and void and useless. D. That Torgbui Amezegu II is just a Fia enthroned on Avanyevi deity, and for that matter Avanyevi throne, and has no such power or authority over any lawfully and properly installed or enthroned Fia on Kanleji or Avadeji. E. That Torgbui Amezegu II should carry his Avanyevi deity business for and on behalf of Ame clan Ahafia family of Alakple, and allow the Avafiagan Torgbui Akwaah III, who is properly installed in September 2016, to carry the business of Duton of Alakple. F. That should he, Torgbui Amezegu II, continue hiding behind Anglo Traditional Council, when the veil of the council is lifted to examine its powers, he will be disgraced to the core, meaning completely, where his anchor cannot hold. G. As to the issue of the Dufia title, is a matter that the kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah II will take appropriate steps to battle Torgbui Amezegu II and the Ahafia family of Alakple at the legal forum designated for chieftaincy matters in Anglo State or Kingdom. H. In September 2016, the then Nyiglanwo Nanzankurese invited both Torgbui Amezegu II and Torgbui Akwaah III to his house, where he, the Nyiglanwo Nanzankurese, pointed out to Torgbui Amezegu II that Torgbui Amezegu II is the Agbotaduo for the Nyiglanwo, and that Torgbui Amezegu II should not carry himself as Fia, since Ame clan Ahafia family had no royal stool or Kanleji and chieftaincy title in Alakple. This was said by Nyiglanwo Torgbui Nanzankurese. I. That the same way the Ame clan Ahafia family smuggled themselves into chieftaincy affairs and carrying themselves as chiefs, they are again smuggling two development queen mothers or agents into the chieftaincy institutions of Fiagblama, attempting even to gazette them as queen mothers of Alakple. These personalities are our sisters, Mauli Dagbi Asplin and Janet Ekwi Elikem JKT. They have no chieftaincy titles at all in Alakple. This is unacceptable. 18. The then Aomafia of Anglo Torgbui Indichi assassinated or killed the Anglo Hochitogan Genwo in cold blood at Arabusu Forest. In retaliation, the nephew of Genwo, whose name was Torgbui Akwaah I, Duton of Alakple, declared war against the then Aomafia of Anglo Torgbui Indichi. It was a fierce battle at Anglogan. However, the Kanato Davamachava, Torgbui Akwaah I, Duton of Alakple, conquered the army of Torgbui Indichi and defeated them to the core. The Aomafia Torgbui Ndichi was killed by Torgbui Akwaah the first, Dutor of Alakple, in the battleground at Anglogan. And as a sign of victory, the head of Torgbui Ndichi was cut off by Torgbui Akwaah the first. Torgbui Akwaah the first, Dutor of Alakple, was therefore rewarded with Kanleji or Abadeji stool, and also for breaking the limitation or barrier placed on chieftaincy of Yaruru in Anglo State or Kingdom at the time. Havoi Teti Kapieri. 19. Crickets, where the Kingmakers or Installation Blucher Publicity Committee of Torgbui Akwaah the third compromised with Chamiga Ben Chajavevo for obvious reasons include: on the day of confinement of Torgbui Akwaah the third, the Chamiga Ben Avevo came to the Kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah royal family. On his arrival, the Installation Blucher Publicity Committee of Torgbui Akwaah royal family was compiling the information for draft installation brochure. Chamiga Chaja Ben Avevo saw the records available to us for compilation and sensed danger. He then advised that if we go ahead to include some of our information in the brochure, there will be misunderstanding between the Ahafia family, the Ame clan, on one hand, and the Torgbui Akwaah royal family on the other hand. He pointed out that some portions of our records have serious attack on the Ame clan and the Ahafia family by way of humiliating them, exposing their non-existence of wars to or Abadeji, and so the Ahafia family always borrow the Ahoji of Krucheshipa, Clevy clan member from Agbome in Alakple as cover-up or camouflage device to conceal what is public knowledge, that the Ahafia family had no Abadeji to warrant them a chieftaincy title in Alakple. How we reveal that the title the Ahafia family had in Alakple in the ancient days is Avanyevi deity fetish priest title, and the false claims that Ame clan founded the Alakple settlement. The interference of Chamiga Ben Chaja Avevo annoyed the Kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah royal family for hours. In the process, some of the Kingmakers compromised with Chamiga Ben Chaja Avevo from the camp of the Ame clan and the Ahafia family in order to allow peace to prevail on the Deba day or coronation day. So Chamiga Ben Chaja Avevo from the camp of the Ame clan and the Ahafia family took the installation brochure and removed that information therein that stood against the Ame clan and the Ahafia family, and also inserted information that would please the Ame clan and the Ahafia family to enable peace to prevail during the outdooring or coronation day of the two rival chiefs. He therefore effected changes in the installation brochure to the advantage of the Ame clan and the Ahafia family. And so, the final copy of the installation brochure was produced and contained the following highlights of the information Chamiga Ben Chaja Avevo from the camp of the Ame clan had inserted as follows. So Chamiga Ben Avevo inserted the following in our installation brochure. A. The Ahafia stool, the Dufia stool. B. The supreme head or the chairman of Alakple was the Nyigblano. C. Adding the Ame clan Ahafia family to the original 5 chiefs that existed in Alakple during the ancient days. For example, he added that Alakple has 6 chiefs, and anyone who occupied the Dufia stool from the legitimate Ame clan becomes the Dufia of Alakple. This was inserted by the Chamiga Ben Avevo. D. Some have argued today that Torgbui Poku, Torgbui Avujega, the Dufia stool of Alakple should be elevated to the paramount chief status. This must be highly considered in future. This was also inserted by Chamiga Ben Chaja Avevo. Note, but one principal point that Chamiga Ben Chaja Avevo from the camp of the Ame clan, the Ahafia family, could not delete completely from the draft installation brochure, and which end up appearing in the final copy of the installation brochure, produced what we wrote in the brochure that, so, Dumagan Ahafia, Dumagan Aje Agawu, Dumagan Aholu, Dumagan Amezagu were Avanyevi deity fetish priests or Avanyevi Trono in the ancient days, but not chiefs of Fia in Alakple during their lifetime, because the Ame clan or Hafia family had no chieftaincy or Avadajis too. So he removed the Avanyevi deity fetish priest title phrase from the brochure and added other things. Ye, the Torgbui Akwaah the text speech in the draft brochure was changed and rewritten by Chamigan Ben Chaja Avevo and Anglomagan John Sechofia, because they claim that the content of the original speech written for Torgbui Amezegu III should have been written for Torgbui Amezegu II instead. The Ame clan attacked the Torgbui Akwaah royal family on the coronation day here in Alakple. This attack confirmed what Chamigan Ben Chaja Avevo from the camp of the Ame clan and the Ahafia family told the kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah royal family ahead of the coronation, which made the kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah royal family compromise with him with respect to what information should be put in the installation brochure compilation of Torgbui Akwaah III. In fact, while at the Deba ground during the coronation, Mr. Augustine Kofi Kurese read the Torgbui Amezegu's II history on behalf of Ahafia family. However, when the MC mentioned that the Torgbui Akwaah royal's II history should also be read, Mr. Augustine Kofi Kurese, an Ame clan member, and Chamigan Ben Chaja Avevo from the camp of the Ame clan and Ahafia family stopped us. They prevented us, so they stopped us from reading the full history of Torgbui Akwaah, Dutor of Alakple. Therefore, the Torgbui Akwaah's full history was not and never read to the gathering or the public on the coronation day. Other important information the public must know about Alakple and Koma settlements. The kingmakers of Torgbui Akwaah too want to say that A. Torgbui Sorokpo is the Avadada, that's the field marshal or chief of defense staff of Torgbui Akwaah and the Lompe clan, and for that matter Alakple settlement in general. That was why Torgbui Sorokpo I was installed Avafia in 1844 to serve and provide Avadada or field marshal staff function for Torgbui Akwaah and the Lompe clan and Alakple settlement as a whole. Torgbui Akwaah Royals too was still vacant and without occupants for many years before the Avadada Torgbui Sorokpo I was installed in 1844 on the newly founded Sorokpo stew. Sorokpo stew was the second stew founded or created in Alakple in 1844. B. The installation of all chiefs of Fia in Alakple are performed or superintended over by the Torgbui Akwaah Dutor of Alakple, and all newly chiefs installed swear an oath of allegiance to him, Torgbui Akwaah Dutor of Alakple. He then arranged for their presentation and afokpadede at Anglogan. This is the old order of chieftaincy administration and installation of chiefs procedure in Alakple. C. The Koma settlement was founded mainly by two clans, namely Lompe clan by Chachu Ajayi, who founded Alakple settlement, including Lantama, and two, on the other hand, the Bate clan by Torgbui Adalanja I, who founded Achito, Koji, Fiaho. Fiaho is also known as Keteklebi settlements. These two clans share territorial or land boundaries at common settlement. However, the Bate clan elder, the Awamafia Torgbui Ajanu, the sixth Awamafia, sold the settlement of Koji and Fiaho Kateklebi settlements to other clan members and individuals. So what Mr. Francis Koshi Fiaponu wrote in his history book about the founding of Alakple, Koji and Fiaho settlements was not correct and untrue. He stated in his book that the Ame clan elders founded Alakple settlement. This is false declaration by Mr. Francis Koshi Fiaponu in his history book. The original or allodial owners of Alakple settlement land is the Lompe clan, the Torgbui Akwaah Dutor of Alakple royal family. Note, even where the following are in Alakple are situated or located on the land of Torgbui Akwaah Dutor of Alakple. Fiato Vonu Emele Fia. Amajopi deity on Agbofe and Amla the permanent boundaries. The current residential building or house of Mr. Francis Koshi Fiaponu, an Ame clan leading member, was obtained from a female descendant of Torgbui Akwaah at Agbome by name Kokui Adato. So Mr. Francis Koshi Fiaponu is living on a borrowed land where his house is Laboro. Alakple RC School and its facilities, including RC Church, is also on the land of Torgbui Akwaah Dutor of Alakple. Lambima Craft Center, New Deba Ground, the unlawful dumping site at Lambima, they are all the land of Torgbui Akwaah III, Dutor of Alakple. And many others that space could not permit us to say them here. D. In the history book of Mr. Francis Koshi Fiaponu, he also stated that Tenu Agbotoko, son of Echegbeje, one of the originators of the clan Tovi clan, founded Koji. This statement is false and misleading. The Tovia clan members and other clan members came to Koji later and acquired the Koji lands with money from the Bate clan elder, the then Awamafia Torgbui Ajanu, the sixth Awamafia of Anglo. The Tovia clan ancestors never founded Koji settlement as claimed by Mr. Francis Koshi Fiaponu, but rather bought part of the Koji land from the Bate clan elder, the Awamafia Torgbui Ajanu. Long live Torgbui Akwaah royal family, Lompe clan, long live Alakple, long live Anglo Kingdom or state of Dutor Torgbui Akwaah the first, the overlord, king, Dutor of Anglo states. Thank you for your attention.